Hello everybody and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for June 22nd, 2020. Now, I do apologize for those of you who are in a different time zone or who may be a little bit ahead of me. I am in the United States, so my friends in Australia, New Zealand, and in Europe, I know these are getting to you a little bit late, but I do want to remind you that when you see this video is when you are meant to see it, okay? That timing here is really fluid. I do also want to apologize to anybody who's contacted me this weekend and lately. Things have been quite busy for me, and I'm also sort of processing this eclipse energy, Mercury retrograde energy, summer solstice energy. So please just bear with me as I am getting out your new moon readings, and your new moon summer solstice readings should be coming out this week. So I just appreciate all of your love and support and also your patience. And yeah, so let's go ahead. For those of you who may have seen the Mercury retrograde readings, I am totally addicted right now to the Isis Oracle and the tarot. Let's see, what is it called? I'll show you guys in case you guys are interested. The Tarot Nefertari. This is gorgeous, gorgeous tarot deck. So I'm going to be using it this week. And then also for my crystal junkies out there, I have my sodalite wand. I have some amethyst, and then I also have some apatite here for us. So just to sort of get us into the feels. Before I get started on this reading, I am going to pull two Divine Doors messages that I'm going to read at the end. Okay, so I'm going to do that first. And while I'm doing that, I just want to send you guys all my love, unconditional love and support during this difficult time and this amazing and beautiful time. I'm sure you guys are all feeling the energy shifts in subtle and not so subtle, but different ways, okay? So, yep, so I just want to let you know that I love and I support you, and each and every one of you. I am completely honored to be on this journey with you and to have you guys accompany me on mine. So let's go ahead and see what two doors come out for us. June 22nd, 2020. It's this one. We'll take a look at the back at the end. Looks kind of like a mess, is that right? Look at that. Look at that. Some of you guys are doing some house cleaning, some soul retrieval, healing, revisiting a little bit of shadow work, revisiting some of the darker places that you might have destroyed or told yourself that you didn't want to go back to. Ooh. Okay, so we'll get to these two doors at the end of this reading. Okay, so before we do anything, let's go ahead, let's call in spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and our ascended masters to this space to deliver the messages that we need to hear for all signs, for the collective. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't, guys. All right, let's go ahead and see what messages we have for the collective for all signs, June 22nd, 2020. And I do have the windows open. It's a warm summer day. The birds are singing, but you might hear people passing by as well. My apologies in advance. First card out, Seven of Cups in reverse, Ace of Wands in reverse, Ace of Swords, two aces, you guys, nice, and the Five of Wands in reverse. Ooh. So our overall energy here is the world. The world is in reverse. Remember, the world represents all of these fixed signs: Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius. The world is all about completing a cycle, bringing a major cycle of closure to an end. It may be what I was picking up on here with this door in particular, revisiting some of the darker parts of your history, whether that's in this life, whether it's soul retrieval in past lives. It's for healing. And it's also in order to sort of clean up any sort of mess that you may have made, or you might have felt like you have made. And this is really the purpose of Mercury retrograde, right? So we're retrograding in Cancer right now. And so we're really going to come up with issues, or we're going to be faced with maternal issues, how we mother ourselves. Are we giving ourselves enough time and space to heal? Are we, where are we putting in too much effort? How can we put in less effort and get more results? Okay, so this sense of like, where do we overgive? Are we receiving enough? Are we nurturing ourselves enough? Okay, that's this Mercury in retrograding in Cancer energy, right? So cleaning up some of that, cleaning up some of the detritus, some of the stuff that we might have been passed down to us from our ancestors, but then also some of the stuff that might have been that we've taken with us from lifetime to lifetime, and finally healing it and clearing it so we can turn this world upside down. For some of you, the world card is about traveling, and some of you guys are doing that on the astral planes and the 5D. For others of you, I think I'm getting a sense of feeling of frustration of not being able to go where you want to go in the world or within your own life. But as we see things opening up within our own respective countries and with our own communities, it's sort of bringing our attention to what did we learn in this period of sheltering in place? What is it that we need to feel fulfilled? And what is it that we also need to be healthy and happy and bring joy and love and abundance into our life, right? Underneath that, we have the Knight of Cups. I love that. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. It's that commitment, being emotionally committed to somebody. For some of you, it could be, a romantic offering. But for most of us, it's going to be just really making that commitment to yourself. Really bringing down these old paradigms of I need to give or I need to do something in order to be accepted and to be loved and to be wealthy. And I don't mean just on the, in the material or having abundance, it means different things, but wealth, what I'm talking about is having, feeling good, having, good food, doing the things you enjoy, having love. That can come in hugs and kisses, that can come from reading or listening to music, or it means something different for all of us. So really opening the door here to abundance and to receiving. And this Mercury retrograde is about going over those old patterns and throwing out, the decluttering and throwing out what no longer works for us. So you guys first get the Seven of Cups in reverse. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. The Seven of Cups in reverse takes me back to the Six of Cups, which is Sun and Scorpio specifically. And the Six of Cups is soulmate energy. The Six of Cups is about, bringing that joy back into your life. Exactly what I was just saying, like what is it that makes you feel good? For some of us, it's going to be revisiting childhood issues. I was listening to an astrologer, and she was talking about, a lot of us, not all of us, but were raised, by parents that maybe didn't tell us enough that they loved us, or that we were, or how proud they were of us. And that's not even their fault, sort of unwittingly, but children, the way that we process, our parents' reactions, we don't understand that they were reacting to what was going on within their universe, within their lives, to their childhood, to their past lives. And so we might have to go back and say, you know what, I'm no longer willing to retell that story to myself. I'm no longer willing to believe that I have to, put in 300% in order to receive 10% back, that I'm good enough the way that I am, that I deserve love, that I deserve happiness. For some of you, this may come in the form of, relationships and loving relationships with your friends, with your family, and it could also be like soulmate union for some of us, because the Six of Cups does represent soulmate union. and this sort of return. And remember, we do have Mercury in retrograde, so we do have a lot of people returning. We still have Venus in retrograde until the 25th. So again, a lot of past loves or lovers from this lifetime or previous coming back, and it's up for you to really decipher. Seven of Cups in reverse, about having a lot of opportunity, having a lot of information and people and situations presented to us, but the need to be very grounded and very clear about the purpose of it all, right? Is somebody coming back into your life for healing and closure, or is it a rekindling and a reuniting? Okay, so really taking that into account. I know there's a lot of information here. And then you get these two marvelous, beautiful, amazing aces right next to each other. So you have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands energy in reverse is telling me, you know, that there's divine timing is at work in your love life. And when I say your love life, it doesn't mean just romantic. It means love for yourself, love for your family, love for your job, okay, love for your home, for your pets, you know, for your body, for your soul, for this journey, okay? And that, you know, this is a big yes, but it's also a card of yes. Give yourself time to process and go through what you need to go through. Retrograde period, heal, clear, really, you know, Seven of Cups again is about introspection. It's about analysis. Remember, Mercury, for those of us who have a lot of Gemini or Virgo placements, you know, watch out, be careful of the over-analysis, but for the most part, really taking a good hard look at where you've come from, where you are, and also understanding you are exactly where you need to be in this healing process. So please don't stop, because it might not be happening at the pace or in the way that you want it to happen. And then after that, we have the beautiful energy of the Ace of Swords. For me, this is perfect alignment. This is receiving all of the downloads and the upgrades. I'm going to be pulling from the Isis Oracle for you guys in a moment, or at the end of this reading. Remember that Mercury retrograde is falling on the fixed star of Sirius. So we're getting these downloads from, you know, we're getting these galactic downloads where a lot of you guys are getting upgrades to your psychic abilities and to your intuition and the ability to heal and to see things really clearly. And just as the Ace of Swords denotes, it's about moving in this brand new direction. Double aces in the middle of this reading, you guys. This is perfection. It's awesome. And then you get the Five of Wands in reverse. Now, the Five of Wands represents Aries, Leo, Sag energy, and more explicitly, it's Saturn in Leo. And Five of Wands can mean one of two things. For me, the Five of Wands can represent that necessary grit and competition that one needs for their evolution. So evolution in your career, evolution in your relationships, evolution in your spiritual journey, and on this journey that, you know, this life experience that we're all having, it's necessary, right? If a relationship, if you were to enter in, for example, a love relationship and everything was just perfect all the time, it wouldn't really go anywhere, right? You would have entered into that spot and it would plateau, a beautiful plateau, albeit, but you know, there's a necessity to go through difficult times in order to evolve, in order to learn, in order to grow, and that's just the human experience. Okay, and so it's more than just the human experience, you know, it's our soul growth as well. So that's what I'm really seeing here, and I'm seeing that, you know, because sometimes the Five of Wands can represent toxicity in relationships. It can represent a little bit of nastiness, you know, bullying and that sort of thing. But I'm not picking up on that at all here. I'm getting that this is, you know, with the World in reverse, this is all about your personal evolution, and you know, and using your experiences and your relationships as part of this evolution, this necessary growth. And you know, the Five of Wands in reverse takes us back to that Four of Wands, which for me is my 1111 card, and the Seven of Cups in reverse takes me back to my Six of Cups card. For some of you guys, this is going to be soulmate union or twin flame union, but take it how it resonates. For others of you, this is that union between the masculine and the feminine within yourself, right? And so remember that masculine energy, that yang energy, is about decisions, it's about moving forward, it's about go, 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 and it's also really taking a look at where have you been busying yourself okay, or hiding yourself in work, or deciding that what you do isn't enough, so you have to do more to receive more. And Spirit's sort of saying in this message, like, that's a paradigm that needs to come down, that's an outdated paradigm, that you no longer have to overgive and stay in that masculine yang energy all the time, that it's important. And with, you know, the sun moving into Cancer, and with Mercury retrograding in Cancer, really bringing, you know, that's moon energy, you know, that yin energy. And that's about receiving and nurturing and loving yourself. Okay, so this is a beautiful message, and I hope that it's clear. I'm just laughing because I'm like, where am I? All right, let's go ahead and see. I'm going to pull some additional messages for the collective. All right, surrender. I can release my need to control. So for some of you guys, this is all about surrendering to the journey. It's also being willing to give up those paradigms, those thought processes, those belief systems, those relationships that you don't want to carry on, or that you can no longer support, or you can no longer carry on because they just don't match your vibration. Again, that overgiving, standing too much in that yang energy. For some of you, you might be too much in the yin, you know, you might be too much in the, you know, in the feminine. So it's really up for you to decide and to analyze. You know, the Seven of Cups, it's about a little bit of confusion. So do that work, do the grounding, figure out where you are on your journey. Happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path and that you deserve happiness. So, you know, again, that's sort of taking other people's judgment out of it and deciding, you know, how do you feel when you wake up? I've mentioned it before, but the importance of taking a look just at simple things, the vocabulary that you're using. How often does the word love come up in your text messages or in your daily, you know, conversations? How often does, you know, delightful, beautiful, wonderful, amazing, exciting, special, magical, how often are you using those words? And, you know, what words are you using the most frequently? I'm scared, I'm unhappy, I'm bored, you know, and just really, that's like one really great way to take your temperature. And if you're happy, congratulations. If you're not happy, don't forget, you're so close. You're so close with this World card right there in reverse. And then you get envy. I am the same as everybody with different challenges. Yeah, so Spirit just affirming what I was saying, that everybody's journey is a little bit different. So the idea of sort of comparing yourselves to others is sort of like, yes, in a way, it's a litmus test, and it really does speak to this Five of Wands energy, that necessity for competition to sort of see where we need to grow or what we could work at, but only that. Okay, that you run your own race, that you are on your own path. It doesn't matter what the person next to you is doing. And it's also a reminder that some people are going to see this inner glow, this glow up, the work that you guys are doing, and they're going to throw some shade. Okay, it's, you know, that's just quite frankly, you know, there's polarity, there's good, there's bad, there's happy, there's sad, and that's the world that we live in, and this earth is all about polarity. So, you know, when others see you doing the work, even if they're not going to be able to really put their finger on it, you know, they might not be as happy for you as you would like them to be, okay, or vice versa. So take a look and see, is there something that makes, what is it that you want, okay, and how can you get it? But take the need to compete for it out of it. How do you make it true for yourself? How do you stand on that platform of happiness and then just let everything else drop away? All right, so let's go ahead and see what additional messages we have for the collective. All right, we get power. I love it. Number 16 breaks down to another 7. So we have 7 of Cups and we have 16 breaking down to a 7. 77 is a master number. It's the path of the mystic. It's the spiritual journey. You know, it's surrendering to spirit as well. It's beautiful. We have the full moon here. This is about power. You know, we have just entered, we are in this Cancer new moon energy. So we're really in that build up before we have this next full moon. What is it that you are going to manifest? manifest. Now, remember that since we are in Mercury, so we are in retrograde period, and especially with Mercury retrograde, it's not going to be so important that you manifest this next full moon. Full moons are about releasing. So again, what are you releasing? Where can you declutter? Okay? And there you're going to find a lot of power in doing that. And you're also going to start to see things fall in place. No longer giving importance to, you know, the naysayers, to people throwing shade, what other people think. Again, are you happy? That's the question, right? I'm not going to take those two. All right, and then you get beauty. Ah, that's wonderful. Waning gibbous. This is beauty. So also seeing beauty in all things. It's a card that's telling me about finding beauty in the natural world, in your pets, in your garden, taking a walk outside, but also seeing yourself as beautiful, seeing your life as a beautiful work of art, your scars, your your tattoos, your everything you've been through, you know, that's what you've painted on this canvas. You know, you were a blank canvas when you got here. And so see it as beautiful and honor yourself for this, for the beauty that is you, right? You know, and and this is also where you're going to find your power in shifting that focus and seeing what's beautiful in your life versus seeing what isn't, right? Seeing this, you know, seeing your house as a beautiful mess, seeing your history, your personal history, your past lives, you know, your ancestry, seeing it all as this beautiful mess that comes together perfectly for you. All right, let's go ahead and pull one final message for the collective, for all signs. This is from the Isis Oracle, and I'm going to read from the book because it is new and I just really don't want to miss anything here. All right, Divine Sisterhood, community of the spiritual sisters and brothers of the light. So automatically this is about the divine guidance. This is about, you know, your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, all who are sort of helping you along in this journey or on this journey. And, you know, that's me included, right? All right, so the message here is in community that is based in equality, respect, healthy boundaries, and personal freedom, with a mutual desire for spiritual growth and honoring of innate wisdom, great miracles occur. You are a part of this community of light. At one time it existed only in the spiritual worlds, yet now it is being born on earth. It is part of your destiny to help create and nurture a conscious community that empowers all of its members and is based in truth. So if that doesn't speak to world events, if that doesn't speak to moving out of this Capricorn energy into the age of Aquarius, I don't know what does. This message is so much bigger than just today, you guys. This is for the rest of 2020. All right. This says, letting the divine feminine nourish you now into new relationships, collaboration, community, and friendships is very wise. Again, for some of you, this is going to be talking about union, okay? Soulmate, twin flame union. Remember, soulmates come in lots of different forms, from the family pet to lovers to family members, you know, to coworkers, all right? There are many souls with whom you have spiritual contracts decided upon before you were born who wish to help you and whom you can help too, as you grow together in peace and light and wisdom. Your light has value on its own, of course, but it is also of deep service when it is visible to others, lighting the way. And you guys, I read your comments and sometimes I get to them a little bit late, but I know that you guys are doing the work. I know that you guys are supporting each other. And I know that the work that you're doing, when we're all energetically linked, it is amazing for the collective. And I can feel it, okay? I feel it 100%. All right, so let's go ahead and let's see what our doors have to say. A cure for longing. Love is happiness, a spark inside. Live deliberately and choose boldly. Then you have arrived. Was that not the message? Was that not about this whole reading, right? Love is happiness, a spark inside. That spark inside is this Ace of Wands. Live deliberately and choose boldly, then you have arrived. This happiness, right? Being happy, you being on your path, being deliberate about it. All right, now we get our home is a mess card. Walkabout. You discover your path in sacred walkabout. The trees are your people. The earth is your tribe. In indigenous lessons, you find the will to survive. Ooh, if that doesn't have a little bit of Australia in it, I don't know what does, right? Sort of these nomadic tribes, the importance of walking. But for some of you guys, it's what I was picking up on with this world card, also that travel, that need to travel, whether you're doing it in the 3D or whether you're doing it in the 5D, but it's about that connecting. And it's also, this is all about your sacred journey and connecting again with the Seven of Cups in reverse, the need for grounding, the need for seeing the beauty in nature that we're picking up here as well. You know, and the earth is your tribe, and you'll find the will to survive, but not just survive, you guys, but to love and to be happy and to receive. Wow. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. But most of all, I want to thank you for all your love and support and your patience. And I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.